song. As I walk on, I'll be singing my one-way song. Give me my one-way song.
That's right.
Give me pami.
Yo, if you don't get this tune,
I make claim. Tonight they will carry me go house. I make claim.
if you don't get this tune, you didn't miss out. One corner with a drink and wine. Big music! That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's to the Car Radio Show, your favorite show worldwide. You don't need to bust up the microphone. We'll bring you the best. Right about now, we've got a man who is WhoIsDeyDzi. Baddest poet. Charlie, why you ball like that? What's up?
I did.
There are stuff I get you there.
Oh, you know. It would have final semester distance.
So, how do you combine school and your work?
Okay, so the good thing is, before coming to school, I realized I was very good with spoken word poetry and I could pursue a future in this. So before coming to school, I chose courses that would be related to who I'm good at doing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm a final year student combining theater arts and English language, because University of Ghana doesn't teach spoken word poetry. So I found my way of creating a spoken word poetry syllabus for me, or something close to it.
Wow.
So I'm learning creative writing and poetry, and then literary analysis skills from English department. Then I pick performance theories and then performance practicals and then stuff like that.
That's just to build the whole
exactly
brand. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a smart move.
Yes, so to work on the writing side of being a poet and then the performance side. Yeah.
So how many performances have you done so far?
Yeah, no dear, that one. It's like,
yes. Very soon he's going to take over. Live on the Car Radio Show.
That question. It's like asking me how many times do I bath a day? Or how many times have I bathed this semester? Like,
wow. Okay, so let's warm the space. Once we get ready for the main thing. Okay, so guys, this is just the warm-up session with a man who is WhoIsDeyDzi. Over to you.
Okay, let's see, which one am I going to do? So this is something new. I wrote it. I was trying to rap.
Okay.
I do rap, but it's been a while. I wrote it. I haven't done it anywhere, so it's going to happen here first. The title is Levitate. Let's see. Read this piece while I was levitating. Watch me get elevated while I concentrate against my future bus I race. Levitate, these thoughts elevated. I'm levitating. Static electrical haywires. My hair is a conductor for positive energy, eliminating negativity. Screw humanity. I'm mentally tapping into ancient streams of creative tapestries, weaving out anomalistic metaphors against all odds, like Kwekwanansi weaving the Edenkra cloth intertwined with fibers of Tuli. Outwork the loom, add colors to these gloomy thoughts, clothe the naked truth with the fruit of the loom, feed the elephants in the room, send the blind elephant to the classroom, get him schooled. So should in case he decides to be president, he wouldn't do more stuff that would regret. Fighting the evil that is resident inside the apocalypse, like a story ending in ellipsis. Hold my lips, control my lips, the future I eclipse. This thing just got to a whole different level. Plan a secret, watch me read, close my eyes and speak the truth. See these symbols, replace my pupils, and answer 10 times on my eyeballs. Who are you watching? Why are you listening to? You are listening to the Car Radio Show with Demographics, and this is WhoIsDeyDzi.
Guys, I told you it's just about warming up the stage. We're busting up the Car Radio Show with the man WhoIsDeyDzi. Hey, any word you have there, just drop it. I'll bring him back and he'll bust it for you. Charlie, why? No, so what is this piece for?
Frankly speaking, I don't know. It's like of late, the last year I saw my art grow to a whole different level. I spent a lot of my 2017 working on a mental health album. Wow. And it's like when you are trying to tell stories and you are trying to like write poetry and you want it to be real for people to understand, it's best if you write from the first person point of view. You have to put yourself in the experiences you create. So like, you can ask my dad, he will tell you there's a point he thought I was going mad. Because
your dad thought you were going mad.
Yes. All of a sudden, I wanted to do this to my hair.
Okay.
And then so many other things. There was this man who is he's obviously mentally unstable.
Yeah.
If you go to Pesek Legon,
okay,
you find him writing strange things on the wall. And I was just intrigued by him. I began following the man. I told my dad I was going to write a poem about this man. He said, "Oh, you're not correct. What about them?" Things like that. So I began following the man.
Yeah.
Looking intently at his writings, taking notes, and I wrote a lot of things on mental health. I began pushing my own boundaries, like interacting with the things I feel would drive me crazy, trying to get those experiences. And it's like those experiences help push my craft to a different level. And that was like, it was almost a year ago, on 30th March 2018. Yes, I started freestyle spoken word poetry.
Wow.
And when you start freestyle, it's like your mind shuts down, and it shuts down everything, and then in the spur of the moment it starts to create something new. So it's like I don't need to write, I can just talk. And that's how this piece came about. Sometimes I'm there and sometimes the words come to me and it seems like an out of body experience. I'm just there and it's like they're coming from somewhere. Something takes over me and I just start writing. I first wrote Levitate as a note on my phone. Haven't edited it. The same way I wrote it is the same way it is today.
Wow.
And this is not the first piece it has happened. Sometimes some of the things come out and I don't really know what they mean. It's like I have to say this. It's kind of like I'm a prophet. And
wow. But people really connect to whatever you do because they pay rapt attention to whatever you're doing, so they're able to make meaning out of it.
Yeah.
So have you ever done any piece that someone goes like, "Can you explain it to me?"
Normally, when I perform, it's not that interactive. It's me in front of an audience. So I'm done, and then sometimes I see confusion on their face. I see excitement. I see so many different. There are sometimes I've seen disgust. I've seen hate. Like there was a time I was invited to perform at a Christian event, and I chose to talk about hypocrisy in the church.
In the church, yeah.
And after that performance, it was actually a dinner, and they couldn't eat their food.
Wow.
Because they had been hit. And so, like, the only times people have told me, "Oh, I don't understand this part, could you explain it?" is if I'm in, let's say, a peer review circle. My creative writing class with Dr. Kofi Anyido, Professor Kofi Anyido, sorry. That's what happens in class. Every week we just share our works, discuss them, and review each other's work. So those are the times where some of my classmates are like, "Oh, what did you mean by this? Oh, okay, I see. Maybe I think it would work better if you make it
this way."
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you relate to people after your performances? Because you've been on several platforms and their response is usually different. How do you take it?
Well, I realize that I'm only human. I'm not different from any other person. Because there have been instances where I forget my lines. Instances where I'm freestyling, my tongue will just fill in my mouth and blah, blah, blah. And then there are instances where like you lose a piece and all that. And it's like right before I start a freestyle, when you give me the 5 words, the 5 seconds before I start talking, my mind is plain empty. I have no idea what I'm going to say. And it's like I just open up. Okay, I can do this. 1 word at a time. And then boom, we are going. So people seem so excited. I used to seem so excited about it before I started. Because my mentor, Sir Black, that's what he does. He's a free flow, yes, he's a free flow performance artist. And I used to feel so excited about it. But doing it, I still feel excited. Sometimes I'm done and I'm like, wow. And I'm actually laughing. Sometimes I look back at videos and I'm like, wow. But at the end of the day, I realize I'm only human, but the fact that I'm able to do this makes me see that humans are capable of so much more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, if you want to advertise on the Car Radio Show, just call 0242-806-965. Or if you want to sponsor, 0242-806-965. You can follow the Car Radio Show on Instagram, YouTube, and of course, Twitter. We're still hanging out with a man. WhoIsDeyDzi? Charlie, this guy is serious. And we are taking out the bus one by one on the car radio show worldwide. Wow. So, how difficult is it combining school and this? Because sometimes you need to go out of Accra to perform.
Yes.
And you need to still come back to the classroom.
Yes.
So how do you combine it?
Okay. Well, right now in school, I'm not really performing.
Okay.
Because it's stressful dealing with human beings. People don't want to pay the amount of money they are supposed to pay. People take it for granted. People call you for gigs. And when you mention amounts, they are like, it's poetry keke. I'm like, if it's poetry keke, say your thing. Why do you call me?
Yo, guys, it's not keke. A lot of work goes in there. Yo, yes. Every artist wouldn't work, yeah? Mm-hmm. So let's pay the bills.
Yeah.
Wow.
And fortunately for me, it's not so difficult because school and then spoken word, for most of my friends who are studying other stuff, it becomes a distraction.
Okay.
But for me, because it's theater and English, there's not that much of a distraction. For my creative writing class, every week I'm supposed to submit a creative writing piece. So that pushes me to write more. I can write a spoken word piece today and submit it for class for creative writing. It will count as a class assignment because it's a creative piece.
Wow.
Yes. And then things I learn in theater class, I'm able to apply them to spoken word. And then practicing with spoken word, the techniques I use in memorizing my pieces, I use that to help me memorize my lines for theater, memorize my notes. So
there's a connection.
It's like I'm learning something that's quite close to my talent. So I'm able to apply things I learn in class to what I'm doing as an artist. Like, before I came to School of Performing Arts, I didn't know my voice was flat. When I got here, I realized that my voice is flat on stage.
Okay.
So if I don't take time, it can get boring. So learning how to change my voice and all that as an actor on stage, I realized when I send that to spoken word poetry, I'll be fine like Kendrick, because you know how Kendrick, he starts on one track, then he's like, hold on. Then he just, yeah, that whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Good job. Guys, that's the man, WhoIsDeyDzi. So let's take the final poem and then we'll wrap the show, the car radio show. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still live on the car radio show worldwide. Team from Sakodia and of course Efia. WhoIsDeyDzi is still on the car radio show, your favorite show worldwide. Okay, so we are jumping to the final segment of the show where he's gonna give us some KGs and what maybes. Charlie.
No babies.
No babies inside. Alright, so WhoIsDeyDzi?
7 crappy hours of our lives. School. At no point in our lives than this moment have we been totally discouraged. At no point in our lives than this moment have we had our dream shattered to pieces. You know, it started out okay, when we were in kindergarten. When we learned with jigsaws and coloring books. No one cared if I drew a blue man with green hair. Learning by exploration, KG. Well, along the line I was growing, I'm guessing the weight got heavy. So after KG, we had to drop some KGs. Everything changed. After we've been taught the basics, what happens next? No one cares if I'm creative. Hell no, we create thieves. Learning by regurgitation. No one is challenged to think for themselves. That don't fetch marks. It's like a basket with holes in it. So tell me, what's the essence of fighting plagiarism since that's what we've been taught to do? What if maybe these baskets of minds we had weren't designed to fetch marks but great ideas? I'm talking entrepreneurship, but no. Well, it wasn't on the timetable. All I see are abstract theories and less practicalities, and basically a test is only designed to test the ability to regurgitate what was poured down our throats. And all we keep doing is getting grades below sea level. And they looked on and saw how we could swim. They didn't know we could change the world. I'm wondering, why hasn't anyone examined the examination? if we ever test the test might fail the test. It's obvious there's a problem with our systems. We've got a system designed to make sure that only a specific number of people get in. So the bar is up every year depending on the average performance of students. WAEC has become nothing but wicked adults exploiting children, toying with their future. And why won't we have a high number of unemployed graduates waiting for jobs? Because that's all they would ever know. Everything they know was poured down on them. They never discovered discovery. What use is spending over 15 years in school for a degree when I would need 359 more to create my own circle? We all want to ace the A's. Well, F the F's. What actually happened to the things I learned that weren't asked on paper? And since the human mind is 10 times more powerful than a supercomputer, why ask me questions with answers on Google? Does a 4.0 GPA or a first class guarantee problem-solving skills? Now that's a problem we need to solve. It's like a simultaneous equation with many variables. It's like trying to balance a quadratic expression by dividing through by 0. The answer is undefined, just like our systems. It's like life is a right angle triangle. We are stuck on a line where all the opposites and adjacents meet, hypotenuse. We missed out all the sines chasing cosines, and in the end we couldn't catch anything tangent. Cause 90 life tricked us trigonometry. And so our young boys whom we see in the streets as hoodlums are nothing but millionaires in their wrong elements, so they resort to fraud. And some of our ladies will do anything for money. It's like the depreciation of the Ghana cedi is falling. Let me see somebody. It's like the depreciation of the Ghana cedi is falling fast in competition with some of our young girls' panties. Colleges have become nothing but collages of failure. Charlie, whether it's tech or leg, before use your head. Our education needs some education.
Wow. Charlie.
We did.
How long did it take you to write this?
Like I said, it was one poop.
Just like that?
Yeah.
Charlie, get out of the car.
Before we go, I beg you. Thursday is World Poetry Day. Yes. Halakasa would be going through the streets of Accra, doing flash mob performances. I have no idea what's happening, but like if you're in Accra, look out for us. You'll see us somewhere. It's likely you'll see us somewhere. Yes, Friday, 22nd March is World WhoIsDeyDzi Day.
Wow. Bad.
31st March, my brother Amaze and I, we formed a group on campus Poetry Edition. Yes, we are having our concert Pilolo. It's a night of spoken word poetry. It's at the Drama Studio. Sunday, 31st March. Tickets 10 cedis for students, 20 cedis for students. Charlie, can you see the best poets in Ghana from campus and beyond?
Wow.
Yeah, if you come here, lucky, you get a chance to join me on stage to freestyle.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, we just heard from the man WhoIsDeyDzi. Yeah. Let's join them Sunday. Pilolo.
31st March.
31st March.
Yes.
Live at the ETS Drama Studio, University of Ghana. 7 p.m. sharp. You heard it? Yeah, so drop your handles before we wrap up the show.
So at IG, it's at WhoIsDeyDzi, WhoIsDeyDzi. Twitter, WhoIsDeyDzi, WhoIsDeyDzi. I'm the only one. Mobile money, I don't know the number, it's a new number.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's how we do it on the Car Radio Show. I told you, he's bad. So 31st March, Sunday, get your 10 cities, get your 20 cities, outsiders.
Yes.
Let's enjoy some poetry at the ETS Drama Studio, University of Ghana, 7 p.m. sharp. Charlie, a lot of people will be here. The show is brought to you by Checkers In Restaurant, Arc Farms, Miss With The Trends, and of course, Lamar's Company Limited. Check out this thing by the man in the center. The show is produced by him. Until then, we say it's been the Car Radio Show. We say, peace out.
Yeah. Hey, the car, not the Opilo. Where? Okay.